It's 4:30 in the morning and I'm tired and the scramble is real. The running is not nearly as hard as the scramble, but I am packed up. I got my bags packed. One is even ready to go by the door. I have a handful of things set out for the morning and then some toiletries I got to throw in last minute, but the alarm goes off at 6:45, from 4:30 to 6:45, and the race starts at 7:45 in the morning, another 26.2. I honestly don't know how I feel. My body feels okay. I don't feel hurt or uneven or injured or anything. But man, I'm tired. But I'm awake. I'm ready for number 2.
Let's go! Let's go, guys! Jenny, you're killing it!
The courses were a challenge because they weren't closed courses. You know, I'm an elite athlete that's used to being on closed courses, whether it's a track or it's a marathon or half marathon on the roads. They get shut down and it's a secure place just for runners. That is not the case if you run the Great World Race. The path that we were on was kind of popular and kind of busy, and there was a dog park nearby. So now we went from one kind of just wild extreme environment to like we're dodging baby strollers and dogs and people, and we've got kind of a cluster of women all running together. It was way sensory overload, having to navigate traffic, having to pay attention to the footing, you know, because it wasn't perfect, you know, going around sharp turns and stuff like that. But it turns out that that course ended up being really a good representation of what the rest of the week was going to be like. So we were just out with the masses, so keeping your head up and navigating that when you're sleep deprived, you're hungry, and you're tired, that ended up being a really serious task. Every run that we did, every marathon we did is called a race. So it's impossible for me to be in a race and not have some acknowledgement that there's a competitive angle to it. I really went into this 7-day crazy challenge with the mantra that this is a challenge, not a race. And it was important to me to really stay true to that because I had 20 years of competitive racing and I have an enormous ego as a result of having been good at it for so long. But it is going to take me some really intentional practice to learn to take even a lateral step aside from like that really competitive fire. Like races for me have been just so black and white. It's a zero-sum game for me for my whole career. And so I made a real commitment to myself to be true to the mission of this is not a race for me, this is a challenge. And I kept having to like recommit to that idea of I am going to quote unquote get beat in these races, and this is the beginning of me learning to be okay with that. But I think one of the things I learned is I'm never going to not be a little competitive. It was the beginning of what I think is going to be a road of processing and kind of redefining what running is for me.